Hello, my dear friends. My name is Harold, and welcome to The Sanctum. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the four elements and how the four elements play a very key role in our lives and affect and influence us on a daily basis and influence our feelings and our thoughts. So, what I'm about to share is a rather esoteric concept. It's something that is not really taught to the general public, but it's taught in hermetic schools and it's taught in yogic lineages and various other spiritual traditions as to the nature of reality and the nature of the four elements and how they express themselves within us and how they influence us and how we can rebalance this in some way. So first of all, these four elements are, according to the hermetic tradition, earth, water, air, and fire. In the hermetic tradition, these four elements have a particular spirit associated with it. So the spirits of earth are known as gnomes. The spirits of water are known as undines. The spirits of air are known as the sylphs. And the spirits of fire are known as the salamanders. So, what I mean by the spirit of a particular element, I'm talking about the nature of the energy and the possibility of that energy being conscious and aware of some kind. So, if you look at fire, it looks very much alive. It produces light and it moves. It's very much alive. So is the water. The water is alive. So is the air around us. And so is the earth. So these are the spirits of the four elements. Now these spirits are everywhere. If you're in a room and you've got a plant by your side, definitely there'll be a certain level of earth energy in the environment. If you've got a candle, or you put a light on, or it's a bright and sunny day, there's going to be more fire. If you're near a body of water, like a swimming pool or a lake, or if you just go to your bathroom and put the tap on, there'll definitely be water energy in there. And of course, when it comes to the element of air, the higher you go off the ground, the greater the level of sylphs there will be, spirits of air. So if you're down on the ground, there's less than if you're up on top of the Andes mountain or the Alps or up in the Himalayas. There's a lot more air elementals as you go above ground. So these elementals are everywhere. We might not be able to see them, although with training you might be able to. However, whether you can see them or not, they are influencing us. Whether you like it or not, fire, air, earth, and water are influencing you. It's there very much in your body as well. Your body, the physical structure of your body, the shape of your body, the bones, this ordered structure is our earth. This is the element of earth. Our body is also 72% water. This 72% water is our element of water. And of course we breathe. And this is our element of air. And of course there's heat. If we touch our body, if somebody's alive, there's warmth, there's heat. That's our element of fire. Now psychologically, these elements play a very strong role as well. The element of earth, because of the way earth is, it's solid, it's stable. It can be molded. It represents materiality. So it represents material wealth, marriage, stability, the home, solidity, patience, prudence. All of this is associated with the element of earth. So the more balanced your element of earth is, the more you'll feel stable, solid, calm. Your material life will go somewhat well. You will have a balanced physical life because that is your element of earth. If there's too much element of earth, and oftentimes these elements are being imbalanced within us due to various reasons. If there's too much of earth within you, you might feel lazy, a little bit heavy, like a rock, don't feel like doing anything. Maybe even fearful, because even fear is a very earth-based emotion. Very worried about everything. And stagnant, because you have too much earth, you feel too held down to the ground. If there's too little earth, now you feel very ungrounded. You're floating up a little bit in the air, and you feel very ungrounded because there's nothing holding you down into the earth. So when you have a balanced element earth, you have all of those other positive qualities that earth has to offer. Now with water represents our emotions. Naturally, any emotion taken to its extreme leads to water, leads to tears. If you become really, really happy, you experience tears of joy. If you become really sad, you cry. If you become really, really fearful to its extreme, you cry. If you become very, very angry, if you've ever seen somebody who's got really angry, they start tearing up. And if they get so excited, imagine you won the lottery, you probably cry. So emotions are linked with the element of water, because any emotion taken to the extreme will lead to a waterworks. When there's too much water, we feel too sensitive, too emotional. The individual who the smallest thing is causing them to cry or be emotional, and emotions stay and get stuck and stagnant. They feel sad all the time, and they're too sensitive. When there's too little water, they can't feel. They feel apathy. They can't connect to others because they can't feel emotion. When water is balanced, emotions can be felt in a healthy way. Emotions can come and emotions can go. They don't have to get stagnant and they don't have to be overwhelming. And a very powerful connection can be created between individuals due to balanced water. Now when we go into air is our realm of thoughts. So our reason, our intellect, our wisdom, our knowledge, our focus, our mental faculty. This is all associated with the element of air. If you have too much air, a person might be anxious or constantly overthinking, thinking, too intellectual, too much in their head because there's too much air. There's too little air. A person can't think, writer's block. Can't really formulate any ideas. I can't really think of anything right now. I'm getting confused. That's because there's too little air. When air is balanced, now an individual is focused, is sharp, can think clearly, is able to articulate, is able to analyze, is able to use the intellectual function and their mental capability well. Next is the element of fire. So fire, first of all, represents our inner light. So of course, fire is the only of the four elements that creates its own light. It also creates warmth. Fire can be used to create and it can be used to destroy. So this is where, if there's too much fire in an individual, they might be very aggressive. They might be short-tempered. They might be angry all the time. They might have a short fuse. They might run in through the front door without thinking. Too eager to break through the front door. If there's too little fire, no motivation, no drive to do anything. The person just feels bored because there's no fire. There's no zest for life. There's no spark. When fire is balanced, an individual feels very motivated, driven, passionate. So all this is very fiery. They feel confident in moving forward, charismatic, because that fire is alive and can be used constructively. So this is the Hermetic philosophy's perspective on elements and how they influence our psyche as human beings. And the elements are all around us, and we can connect to the elements. So a while back, I made a series, this is going back many years on this channel, on rebalancing the elements. Some of you who are new to my channel may not have seen this stuff. Please do check these videos out. I'll place a link up here to the playlist where I talk about the elements, and if you have too much fire, how to get rid of that fire. If you have too little water, how to bring in more water, so that you can begin to rebalance your elements and thereby bring you back into a state of elemental equilibrium. This is also something that I teach on my 6-week personal magnetism course, which you can find more about in the description box below. So I hope all of this hermetic knowledge will be useful to you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. So thank you, take care, and I shall see you very soon. Peace.